everyone. My name is Queen Blessing Ibikesi, popularly known as Black Queen. I'm a Nollywood actress and a filmmaker. I'm the president and founder of Queen Blessing Foundation and the vice president of Association of Movie Producers Nigeria. This morning, I'm on my way to the airport actually, and it's an early morning flight, so it's kind of dark. You all know that I like making my videos outside, but today I said, okay, let me use my parlor. Alright, a lot of people have complained that I should stop introducing myself, that they already know me. Okay, you know me because you follow me, but you need to understand that I gain new followers every day. I make videos sometimes 500,000 people will see it. So some are not following me. Some are visitors who just come, bump into my videos, watch it, comment and go, and then some follow me in the process. And I read mass comm in school, and we were taught that anytime you make a broadcast, you must introduce yourself for that new person who has never seen you before to at least know who is talking. And that's why you see when people are broadcasting news as a newscaster, you see that at intervals they mention their name, and their name comes and go at flash on the screen. So stop complaining about that. I'm sure that if I was only mentioning my name without the titles, you won't complain. That's a problem with this country. People just envy you for nothing. Like, I work so hard for all the titles that I have. I don't even mention all my titles. I only put 2, and you're already worried and you are bothered. See, this introduction is always at the beginning of my videos. You already know my video, you know that it's at the beginning. So when you click on my video, forward it. That way you just go straight to the point at what I'm going to be talking about. Anyway, I want to talk about parties today. Okay, so a few days ago, a lady contacted me. She was very bitter. She told me that a friend of hers invited her for a party and abandoned her in that party. The friend was excuse me, in that party, but never even looked at their table. Food was just flying all over the place. She didn't get anything to eat, and that she's very upset that after the party, the friend came and apologized. Now, without she even complaining to the friend that this is what you did. So she has this feeling that the friend intentionally embarrassed her, and that she doesn't want that friendship anymore. I told her, I said, look, it's one of 2 things. When I'm a short-tempered person, which is why you see most of the time I'm always happy. I don't like stress. If you're going to give me headache, I run away from your life. And when I decide to break up with anybody, rather than us exchanging words, and especially when I have told you what you've done and you don't apologize, it's for me to block you from all my social media platforms, including my phone. And that's for my peace of mind, because this life is too short, right? Can't come and be nursing hatred for somebody or be annoyed for somebody and using that to block my blessing. Because if you are nursing hatred for somebody, or if you're annoyed with somebody, your mind is not clean. There is no way blessings can come your way. Trust me, if you really want to see the face of God all the time in your life, your heart must always be as clean as that of a child. And that is the path I have decided to tread. So I told her, I said, look, let me give you a story, because most of the time when people tell me their problems, sometimes the things that they are telling me about is something that happened to me. So I use myself as an example. So I told her, I said, I think in October, me and my daughter, we attended a party in Abeokuta. This is a party of a lady I can call my friend. I met her in my association. As you know, Association of Movie Producers, I'm their vice president. You know, and we started talking. I liked her person, and during my widow's program in Ibadan, she even followed us to support, you know, in helping arrange things and all of that. So when she called to tell me that she lost her grandmom, I'm sure it's her grandmom, not her mom, I bought the ashwebi. I think the ashwebi and the geles Ankara was 8K or so. And I also went further to support her with water support for her guests. I think 5,000 naira what I gave her to support the water she's going to be giving to her guests. And I bought fuel, made my hair. Of course, I make myself up, but of course I learned it. Imagine if I'm going to be paying for this makeup I did this morning. There's no way I won't pay up to 5 or 10,000. So I don't like spending money like that. So I learned too many things. These nails, I made them myself last night after the lady that is making my hair came to make my hair. So to cut the long story short, we got to Abeokuta. First of all, I stopped over at my son's school. I begged them to let me see him, and they gave me 5 minutes to see my son. I was so happy, filled with joy. We left Lagos around 8. Of course, when I'm going anywhere this time, I like to eat, because of sometimes I will tell you that story some other time, or I might even still say it in this video. Sometimes you go to party and they are looking at face to give food. So I eat eba most of the time before leaving my house, because I no want stress. So if they give me food, if they no give me food, So that day after we left my son's school, we went to the venue. We got to the venue at about 1:30, and the event was supposed to have started at 12 or 11. So we sat down. We saw my friend's name on the table, so we sat down on that table. Some people joined us. You know, people were eating left, right, and center. It was a massive event, I must say, because I mean, you know, when I think it's a grandmom, every children came. I know how Yoruba do their party. This one go get their guests, this one go cook their food, this one go. That's what I think they did. There was live band, people. There was music, and then I also went with my friend, a military woman, Auntie Sairu. So we were there together. She loved music, so she was just dancing and all of that. We kept waiting. We didn't see my friend. I sent my daughter to go and ask people where she is. They said they haven't seen her. I called her number. It didn't go through. I sent messages. In fact, I took pictures from the party. I sent to her. No reply. Nothing. And that morning, we had chatted. That morning at about 8 a.m. we had chatted. So I was wondering. So the lady that sat with me later told me she is my friend's sister. She and her husband. So they also were looking for food to eat. So apparently it wasn't it's as if they didn't carry them along or whatever, I don't know. So finally she got food for herself and her husband. She now decided to go and look for. At this point, I sent my daughter to go out to buy us drinks. So the husband too also tried to buy us drinks. They now brought, you know, this big trophy. I say, hey, trophy. I know they drink this kind big things. So before they will come say which woman they drink or take for here. So the man was laughing and they took the drinks away, so we took more. Later on, the lady tried to get us food, she couldn't. There's this Alaja, I noticed must be the woman's daughter. She was just entertaining her friends. Come on, if you be the woman friend that day, you will not say yes, person invite you for something. There's nothing she did not give to her friend though. She gave them these gifts up to wrappers. She gave so many souvenirs, food everywhere. In fact, at some point they took amala past me like this. My throat followed the amala like this. It follow and come back. I say, Jesus, which kind of party I come today all the way from Lagos? To cut the long story short, that lady, when she couldn't get the food, the one that called herself the sister to this my friend, decided to tap this Alaja and talking about that. These people, so. The woman came and asked us what we wanted to eat. We said amala, so they brought amala for me. My daughter, she know the people like everything, they gave her rice. As at this time was around after 4, we were still hoping that my friend would show up. So we ate, you know, did videos, dance, we had fun, and then we left. Now when we got home, now where matter comes for patapata, on our way we left that venue around 5 o'clock. We did not get to Lagos till after 11 in the night. We spent more than 6 hours in traffic. From that before Redeem, that hold up starts. It was crazy. I had muscle pull till today. This my leg still dey pain me. And then we finally came back to the house after 11 in the night. I was expecting my friend to call me the following day and say, because I was even afraid that, God forbid, I hope they didn't kidnap her on her way. I hope she didn't fall sick to be rushed to the hospital or something. I was so afraid. So I was waiting to hear from her. Nothing. 3 days later, nothing. I think about weeks later was when she sent me a message and said, oh Queen, I'm sorry. What happened? No, she said, Queen. She didn't say I'm sorry. She said, Queen, I would explain to you what happened, why I didn't show up. I will call you. That was the only message I got, and that was after a few weeks later. Do you know that till today, since October till today, she hasn't called to tell me what actually happened, why she didn't show up? Now, you took me all the way from here to Abeokuta. If I didn't love you enough, I wouldn't go. I have too many other things I could have been doing that day. In fact, I had a party in Lagos, but because I had already promised you I was going to come, I went there. I bought fuel in my car. I took my daughter, invited somebody, you embarrassed me in front of the person. I was so ashamed. Then you didn't have the effrontery till today to call to say this was what happened, I'm sorry. So I told the lady, immediately I told her my own story. She saw that my own was even worse than her own. She calmed down. And I said, you can behave like me, ignore your friend. That is just it, because there's no point. If somebody does not regard you, somebody treats you like that, it means they don't love you. So there's no point. So just let it be. You can't come, it's a new year. You can't come and be getting yourself all worked up in a very early year like this because you went to a party and your friend ignored you, even though she was there. You know, and your own was even within the same city you live. Me, I went outside my city. So she then calmed down and, you know, and so I know that some of you, these things would have happened to you and you don't know how to go about it, which is why I decided to put it out here. For you people to understand that things like this happen, and when they happen, just move on. Next time the person will call you again. The person will call you again. And because I'm even still upset about the matter, even though I've let it go, she sent me a message a few days ago, ignoring that call that she had told me she will call to explain. She said, oh, the widows program, she would still like to follow us and support us while we are there. I should let her know. I told her, no problem, when it's time, I will let her know. That was just it. I didn't want to ignore her message. I just say, I will let you know. I didn't say anything since that time till now to her. I mean, you hurt me that much. You haven't told me what happened. Then you want to follow me to where? So anyway, that's by the way. And another thing that I want to also talk about in this video, when you put time 12 o'clock, there are some of us who respect time so much when it comes to anything we're doing. You say 12 o'clock. We get to your event at 12 on the dot, or we get there at 1. People are still decorating. Come on. You have to make a deliberate effort to make sure they decorate your hall a day to your event. That has happened to me before. 2015, when I launched Ibajemi Dewa, when Obesere played for me. My decorator was still in the hall hanging ropes around 2 p.m. Around 2 p.m. when guests were already seated. She was still hanging things. And so I made up my mind that any event I want to do, my hall must be decorated a day too. So when I want to pay for hall, I will tell the hall people, my hall will be decorated a day or 2 days too. If una no agree, I go another place. And when I did my 41st birthday this year, last year, that was exactly what we did. My hall was already decorated overnight. So it's more right. It doesn't make your event look good. It doesn't make people are sitting down, they are jumping with ladder all over the place. It makes everywhere tacky and not nice. That's one. No, and then sometimes because of that, you make people come to your event and you tell them you can't go in, go back and sit in your car, we are doing something inside. Come on, you already said so time. Work on it to make sure that people come and they are comfortable. I saw there's a party I went to, I saw these old people, very old. It must be around 80-85, husband and wife. They came and parked their car. They were about to enter the DC. I was looking at them because sometimes when I get to parties, especially when I have like 3 or 4 parties a day, I sometimes change my eyeshadow and then change my dress in the car. So I was doing that when I saw them passing. I saw them passing again. What happened? And now wind and say, Daddy, kilo shele, oh, ti bere, ti bere. They said they are doing something inside. We will just sit in the car. I said, okay, very old people. I mean, why will you do that? You called your party 1 o'clock. These people arrived at 3. You are still saying that you are doing something inside. They should go back to the car. Why sell Asoebi if you know that you cannot cater for everybody? That's another wahala. People will come to party and your servers or your ushers or whatever, they will be looking at faces to share food. You will just be seeing food flying. If you don't know who is serving, now there you go sit down. Some people will eat 4 square meal at a sitting. You would be struggling to even get small chop. That's why me, I eat eba before I leave my house. If you give me food, if you don't give me, I don't care. You will see some people calling, I fún mi lóúnjẹ. Give me food. Come on, don't do that. And you sold Asoebi. The person bought Asoebi.